Ladies and gentlemen, we are hearing fresh news. You know Senator Neda Imaseun, the senator representing Edo South, is the chairman of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. Now him preside over Natasha matter. With a year now, say he used to be a lawyer in America. He run come Nigeria because he duped one client. According to People's Gazette, a news seconded by Sarah reporters. Now take note of this. Not be me giving the news. I am telling you what is already in the news. Before somebody lawyer hang with a sweet out to write petition, I'm telling you what is already in the news. So that's what I want to talk about this morning. Senator Neda Imaseun will need to confirm to us if that is a truth, if that's a truth or it's a lie. Because I went to Wikipedia and I googled him. There is nowhere written there that I practice law in America. Of course, it's Wikipedia. The person if come out himself. So the Senator Neda Imaseun, they say you be thief. Say you carry somebody millions of dollars from come America, come Nigeria. Say New York don't bad you for practicing law ever in New York. Let me show you this news according to People's Gazette. Neda Imaseun, chair of the Senate Committee on Ethics that recommended the suspension of Natasha, has been stripped of his bar license in New York, US, over allegations of multi-million-dollar fraud in gross misconduct. A document obtained by People's Gazette showed that Mr. Imasuen has been disbarred for life in New York after he swindled his client, absconding with representation fees without making an appearance for her in court. The Gazette spoke with a court officer who said Mr. Imasuen was permanently disbarred after collecting money from a client and failing to represent her. He also refused to comply with the disciplinary panel's attempt to investigate his misconduct. Daphne Sheffield hired Mr. Imasuen to represent her on a matter in 2009 and paid him tens of millions of dollars for legal fees. Instead of appearing for Ms. Sheffield, Mr. Imasuen absconded with the money, a move that triggered a morass of petitions, given that his actions contravened existing New York bar code and rules. Despite being served with petitions on multiple occasions in the US, Mr. Imasuen failed to respond to any of the petitions and did not ask for an extension of time to file a response. The Edo South senator instead fled to Nigeria with Ms. Sheffield's phone to lay low and escape disciplinary actions from the grievance committee, the body responsible for issuing rulings for the infractions of jurists. Following several failed attempts to obtain a response to petition files, the grievance committee for the 2nd, 11th, and 13th judicial districts terminated Mr. Imasuen's license to practice law in New York. Neda Imaseun, admitted as Neda Bernard Imasuen, is disbarred and his name is stricken from the roll of attorneys and counselors at law, reads a decision of the grievance committee on May 10, 2010. Neda Bernard Imasuen is commanded to desist and refrain from 1. Practicing law in any form, either as principal or agent, clerk or employee of another. 2. Appearing as an attorney or counselor at law before any court, judge, justice, board, commission or other public authorities. Reads a notice of his disbarment. Meanwhile, in Nigeria, Mr. Imasuen, who is 66 years old, rode on the waves of the Labour Party to win the Edo South senatorial poll in 2023 and wormed his way to becoming the chair of the Senate Committee on Ethics, Code of Conduct, and Public Petitions. That's the same man with a 15-year-old history of disregarding petitions was now heading the Senate Committee on Ethics and Public Petitions, called into question the integrity, if any, of the people in the nation's leadership positions. Now, in as much as I agree with disciplining Natasha for that brouhaha over here to sit down, there's an old warrior saying that says a thief cannot investigate an Ashawu. I'm not saying Natasha and Ashawu woman, not change my word. It just means that you cannot investigate someone you are worse than. In case you don't understand what we just read, in 2010, Neda Imaseun was practicing law in America. Clients pay him tens of millions of dollars to represent the client for court. Instead of her to do the work, he carried the money now and run come Nigeria. The clients come report There's a committee called the Grievance Committee. Once lawyers mess up for New York, now they look into the case. They called Neda Imaseun to come for investigation. He no gree come. Oh yeah, if you not do the country, at least apply for an extension. Say okay, I'm not there now or come this time. He not gree apply. Did nothing about the case according to People's Gazette. So that money now, when you take, you know what is tens of millions of dollars? $1 million and 1.5 billion as of today. Of course, as of that time, dollar never high like this. Dollar could be like 160. So $1 million that and about 160 million. So $10 million that and about 1.6 billion. They said tens of millions of dollars. Now he carry wrong come America, come Nigeria. Now, that same person now don't enter Senate. Where it looks like anybody will be thief, whether retire from public thieving. Now Senate and House of Rep they go. So go House of Assembly. That same person now. Now I don't do my Senate. Now even they preside over the Committee of Ethics and Privileges and Conduct. Does it make sense? Now this news don't come and now Senate will not investigate it. Mona wash. Apart from that, the suspension of Natasha herself, according to my research this morning, is highly unconstitutional and illegal. In as much as I believe that Natasha should be disciplined, that suspension when they give her is unconstitutional and illegal. According to the Senate Code, Section 67, subsection 4 clearly states that a senator cannot be suspended for more than 14 days. When they suspended her, I said it here, how can you suspend a full community for 6 months? Not just this woman. She is representing a full zone. Senatorial district. You suspend a full senatorial district for 6 months. Are you people normal in that place? Of course, I know that they know that the court will overrule it. But it be like when police arrest you, lock you up for sale for 1 week. They know that you go win for court, but if I did not say 1 week. That's what the Senate are trying to do. But we'll call a spade, number one. Unless Neda Imaseun debunks this accusation, he's not qualified to even be in the Senate in the first place. Don't talk about heading the Committee on Code, Ethics and Privileges. That's one. He's not qualified to preside over Natasha's matter. In fact, Natasha is supposed to preside over her own matter. So the Senate should look into this accusation with immediate effect.